This episode of Musical Hell is brought to you by Midnight Musicals. Welcome to the podcast Musical Underground. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Diva from Musical Hell, and I know the score.
The older I get, the more I realize that blanket dismissal of a genre or subgenre is just unnecessarily reductive. Saying something like, I don't like country music, is a bit of a broad brush, because there is a world of difference between the outlaw folk songs of Johnny Cash and the Jesus and Jingoism of Toby Keith. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that my opinions on the Jukebox musical have mellowed considerably. I've even come to genuinely like some, including one of my latest fixations, and Juliet.
My loneliness is killing me.
Set right before William Shakespeare premieres his new play, Romeo and Juliet kicks off when Shakespeare's wife, Anne Hathaway, not that one, takes issue with the play's bloody ending. Why, after all, should Juliet die for her first love, a boy she's only known for a few days? As the couple wrangle over the direction of the play, which becomes a surrogate for their own strained marriage, a new story takes shape. One in which Juliet puts down the knife and goes on a journey to see the world, make mistakes, and discover if there really is life after Romeo. The score for And Juliet is drawn from the catalog of Max Martin, whose work you definitely know even if the name is unfamiliar. With a list of #1 hits exceeded only by Paul McCartney and John Lennon, Martin has written and collaborated on songs for some of the top music stars of the past 3 decades: the Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, Katy Perry, The Weeknd, and many more. Having a large body of work provides a lot of potential for finding the right songs for the right moment, but Martin's songs are particularly well suited for David West Read's remix of Shakespeare's Star-Crossed Lovers. Both Romeo and Juliet deal with young love, defying boundaries, and relationship drama, things which crop up frequently in Martin's songs.
Why can't you leave me? 'Cause even though I shouldn't want it, I gotta have it.
But I find that jukebox musicals tend to work best when they play around with the context and moods of their songs, and Juliet has several examples of that. On stage, Baby One More Time becomes a deliberately paced anthem for Juliet's decision to survive, and Teenage Dream turns into an older character's nostalgic reflection on his past romance.
We can dance until we die. You and I will be young forever.
Some of the more interesting context changes concern May, Juliet's non-binary best friend. May's desire for love and acceptance is a prominent subplot in the musical, illustrated by songs like I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman. What was originally written as a contemplation of the liminal space between adolescence and adulthood becomes a struggle to cope with a world determined to fit May into categories that do not define them, which, in the wake of Justin David Sullivan refusing Tony Award consideration rather than pigeonholing themselves as an actor or actress, becomes especially poignant.
All I need is time, a moment that is mine, while I'm in between.
And that is an illustration of the surprising depth of And Juliet. While on one hand it is an energetic, feel-good show that plays what if with a lot of Shakespearean characters and tropes and hits all the millennial nostalgia buttons, it is also a touching coming-of-age story about characters looking for a destiny outside of the roles they've been forced to play. And whether that's scored by Stephen Sondheim or Max Martin, that's a theme that always hits home. I'm Diva, I know the score, and now, so do you.